Hi everyone, it's Nonna Grace, and I'm from Western New York. I hope you've gone out to vote. If you haven't gone out to vote, turn this off and go vote. Well, anyways, I voted earlier today, and then Jim went and voted later in the day.
After I got out of
I
work.
was number 156. I don't know what number he was because he didn't look.
I didn't look. I don't know where to look.
It was right there. The guy that did mine told me what number I was, actually.
Well, the two girls that did me, they didn't tell me. In fact, one of them said, she goes, "Oh, it's you. You don't look right."
Yeah, they sometimes.
Or I didn't recognize you, I guess is what she
Well,
said.
they recognized me. The lady that took my name didn't know who I was, but she asked my name, and then she called. I said Mary Grace, and she said, "Hello, Mary," and I said, "No, it's Mary Grace."
Yep.
Because, and it's like, gee whiz, and I have the G there for my middle initial, which should tell them right away that is my first name. That's
Full
not
name,
my middle name. Yeah. Well,
it was Donna.
Oh, Donna was sitting next door to the lady that did it.
Oh, Donna and Judy's
I don't know who the lady was.
daughter.
It was an older lady.
Mm.
That
Well,
was there
those were the two when I went.
Yeah. Well, I wanted to tell you today about chickens and the strange things they'll eat. Now, I gave my chickens scratch, which they like scratch, and the reason they like scratch is it teaches them how to dig, and they will scratch up the ground, and they will get bugs, and they get my scratch along with it, and they eat some grass and little plants that are in there.
They like the crack. They really like the cracked corn that's in the scratch. That's what I think they really like.
It's probably sweet tasting to them, maybe. Yeah. I don't know if they have taste in their taste.
I don't know.
I know they can smell things because if there's... And do they like to eat mice? Well, they do and they don't. Depends on how hungry they are. If they're real hungry, they might, if it's a slow mouse. But if it's a fast mouse, they're not going to bother.
No.
And do they like snakes? No, they're a little bit leery of snakes. They will eat snakes, but mine are not hungry enough to eat these things. No. The only time that I saw them act like a dinosaur, and
like a herd,
scary, was when the cat was playing with a little chipmunk.
Yep.
Little chipmunk, and the chipmunk got away from the cat and ran through the electric fence and went woo as it went through the fence because it got a little bit shocked.
Yep.
And then the chickens saw it, and they were going rump, 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 and they were like in a semicircle, and that little chipmunk probably thought, "Oh no, I'm in with the chickens. I better run back out." So it ran back out past the cat and went underneath the porch.
Yep.
But that was the only time, and that was when I had the buffs. But they were young, and they probably were more curious. Chickens are very curious, and
very curious. Yep.
But they like the scratch. They will eat their diet will take in meat and vegetable and some fruits, depending on the fruit that you feed them. I would give them like bananas or banana peels, but I wouldn't give them the citrus fruits.
No, citrus I don't think was good for it.
And that's not good for them anyways.
Yep. They're smarter than humans. They know what is good for them, what's not, and if it's not good for them, they don't touch it.
But they will eat a lot of things that they shouldn't eat, too.
Sometimes.
They eat, like onions. If I threw onions in there, they would eat them, and they're not supposed to eat raw onions. You can eat cooked onions, and you're not supposed to eat raw potatoes, but they would try it, I'm sure. But I don't know whether they would eat it or not.
I don't know.
I don't know whether they would eat. I don't give them anything they're not supposed to have, so I don't know what they would do. Maybe mine are smart. Maybe they're not. I don't know.
Don't know.
I have a video, and it's got the chickens in it, the motorcycle, and it's got my Afghan that I finished. So let's just go to that video, and you can see it. Well, I finished the one that I had to tear apart, which was the long one, and it's a single bed size. And the other one is just a square. I have also a square on my bed, and it fits the full bed. I love making these corner to corners. others come because they know I'm going to get thunder sometime. I throw some to the others. Because if I don't, they'll try to take more in. Oh, there it's now it's recording. Oh dear. I can't see with the sunlight whether it's recording or not. It's recording now. Give them a little bit more scratch there. There you go, girls. It's harder to get if it's in between the rocks. There's Mr. He's pretty broad. And Snow White is there. Along with Silver. Little lady. My other rooster's over there. There's the little rooster. He still hasn't got any manners of a boy yet. They come out from underneath the deck. They have such great balance. He's going to crawl for scratch. I've already given you scratch, but I'll give you more scratch. Today Jim is washing his bike. It's 70 degrees out. It's a good day to wash your bike so nothing will freeze, and then he'll put the bike away, but he'll continue to ride the Goldwing only because if the snow comes, he's at least safer. This is the bike he rides when people think he's riding a Harley, but it's not a Harley, it's a Kawasaki. It's funny how people will wave at you when you're on this bike, but when we're on the Goldwing, very few waves. When I rode my little bike, I used to get waved by everyone. I think it's because of the uniqueness of the little bike. The traffic has been horrible. I'm talking in between each talk, so if there's a lot of cuts in here, that's why there's a lot of cuts in this. Chickens have been known to eat small animals. Rodents and amphibians. I've seen them run around with a little frog in their mouth. And one day I was hearing babies going, eh, eh, and I thought, what the heck is that? Excuse me, I choked on my own saliva. And it was a tiny rabbit that was in a flower pot, but the chickens apparently didn't find it. But they would have pecked it and a lot of times they peck things, like if you've ever seen some cats will play with something for a while, not really kill it, but they play with it long enough to where it ends up dying of fright. I hope you all had a great day. Ours was wonderful. It was very good. Now, my mother used to say, this is something about the election, my mother used to say that if it rains, the Democrats win. If it doesn't rain, the Republicans win. Well, we didn't get any rain, so I don't know who's going to win, but we're going to find out maybe in a few days.
Yep.
See you then. Take care. Bye-bye.